How to Get a Tactical Nuke by XJaws. Alright guys, this is my tactical nuke guide, so bear with me, this is going to be pretty long, and let's get started. Step 1, choosing a class. First of all, the first class you're going to want to use is Close Quarters, or the first class that I'm going to show you at least. Close Quarters is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to want to pick your favorite SMG and silence it. My favorite is the UMP45, and if you have no preference, I suggest you use the UMP45 because that is definitely what I would suggest you use. As far as secondary goes, you're going to want to use the PP2000 machine gun. I love this thing. I love it silenced. That's the only way I would use it, and it's awesome. You're going to want to use a Claymore. And then combined with the first perk that I'm about to show you is Scavenger Pro. You're going to be able to have 2 up at a time, and you're going to be able to refill those claymores along with all your ammo, etc., etc. I showed you guys stun grenades. You're going to want to use those. Cold-blooded or stopping power. I prefer cold-blooded. And lastly, Ninja Pro. You want to stay away from those heartbeat sensors and keep your footsteps silenced. Defensive. The defensive class is also kind of self-explanatory. It's not a Russian class. You're going to want to use your favorite assault rifle. My biggest recommendation would be the ACR. The ACR is extremely accurate. It's got a great rate of fire. It's just an awesome gun in general. I use the red dot, but you can also switch that out for the silencer. Again, you're going to want to use the PP2000 silenced and claymores along with the exact same perks, except you're going to want to use stopping power because in long range situations, long distance, you want to not have to hit them as many times. It definitely is the decider of a lot of kills. And then lastly, you're going to want a sniper class depending on the map. Probably you're going to want to use this on Wasteland. I can't think of it. Wasteland or Estate, pretty much the only 2 sniper maps I can think of. But if you like to use a sniper, pick your favorite sniper. Mine is either the Intervention or the Barrett 50 cal. I pretty much like them equally. Again, the PP2000 silenced is by far the best secondary in the game, in my opinion at least. I like to use Semtex, and the reason being is when you're using a sniper, you're pretty much set for long range encounters, but for those close range encounters, for those close quarters things, you're going to want a Semtex grenade to help you out. First perk, Sleight of Hand Pro. Second perk, Stopping Power Pro. And if you think you're a good enough sniper, which I'll admit I'm not, you could try Cold Blooded or Hardline. And lastly, Steady Aim Pro to help you out in close quarter situations again when you're going to have to do some hip fire with the Barrett 50 cal when you can't pull out your secondary. It's also generally good for holding your breath. Step 2, picking your kill streaks. Now guys, I want to explain really quickly kill streaks. The best kill streaks to get a nuke are as follows: Harrier, Chopper Gunner, and then obviously the nuke. I'm not going for anything fancy. I'm not trying to make a good commentary video. I'm simply showing you the basics and the best kill streaks to use to get a nuke. Step 3, playing the part, aka getting the nuke. What playing the part means is you got to play the part of the classes that I just showed you. For example, the close quarters class, you need to keep yourself in close quarter situations. You don't want to sit back and camp or play defensively because it's not going to be too easy with any of the SMGs, especially when you don't have a red dot on them. Close quarters is going to be really good for getting up in their spawn and hiding because you got that cold-blooded and the silencer. Secondly, defensive, you got to play the part of defensive. When you're using your assault rifle, you need to stay back, pick people off. You don't want to camp, but you don't want to expose yourself constantly in situations where you could die. And lastly, you want to play the part of the sniper when you're using the sniper class, and you definitely do not want to expose yourself in some bad situations. You don't want to rush. You don't want to go for, no scopes or quick scopes. You're not making a montage. You're getting a nuke. So just remember that. Not a montage. You're getting a nuke. Don't do anything fancy. Stick to the basics. Step 4, playing smart and ultimately getting the nuke. A, close quarters. here I'm going to be showing you the highlights of a nuke using the close quarters class that I showed you. This is a free-for-all game, and what you're going to see here is me setting down a claymore. You're going to want to set down as many claymores as possible in order to get your nuke. The close quarters class is great for free-for-all. If you like using an SMG to get a nuke, then free-for-all is what I would definitely recommend. Right there you can see I got a claymore kill. That was what the double kill was. The reason free-for-all is great for any of the SMG classes, like any of the close quarters classes, is simply because the spawns are all over the place and you got to be ready in all situations. Right here I'm speeding it up because I am right here. This is pretty much camping, but if you want to get a nuke, you can wait for your Harrier strike to get you your chopper gunner. That's what you want to do. You want to get the 7 kill streak, let your Harrier get the 11 kill streak. If it doesn't, then you're going to need to go out and get it. I sped up the chopper gunner because that's pretty much self-explanatory. And right here, I still needed a couple of kills. So I get those couple of kills. I move around the map. And that's pretty much it for the close quarters. You're going to find that close quarters is a pretty difficult way to get the nuke. But if you really are set in your ways and you like to use the SMGs, then you can definitely get the nuke that way. And a funny little kill cam right there, and the nuke. B, defensive. Defensive is going to be your assault rifle class. And here's a little highlight of me using the ACR. Here are all the highlights. You're going to see I'm taking some risks, and I'm not completely camping back like I would possibly with a sniper. I'm trying to get in their face and get some kills, but I'm not rushing in any way, shape, or form. Right there, you saw I shot the barrel, and that's just going to blow up and get me a kill. And then I'm going to get some more kills, and I get the Harrier, and the first thing I do is I duck for cover. And you're going to see that the Harrier does not get me the nuke completely. I'm going to need to get some kills. I mean, it does not get me the chopper gunner, sorry. So I take off some people. I see this guy with the riot shield. I take a minute to take him off, and right there I knew there was a guy shooting at me. I laid down, and I decided to call in the chopper gunner and take him out with the chopper gunner. Kind of risky situation, but I felt that I shouldn't pop my head up, and that was the best move I could possibly do. And turns out it was the best move that I could have done because it ended up getting me the nuke. And that's what you got to make sure to do. Guard yourself using the chopper gunner because you're very exposed while you're laying on the ground in the chopper gunner laptop. And that's about it for a defensive nuke. Remember, it's not camping. You're playing defensive. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But also make sure you're not camping because this class is specifically designed for defensive play and not camping. And lastly, the sniper class. Again, like I said, it's best for wasteland and possibly estate. And don't be afraid to use your secondary. I'm actually using a shotgun, which is not what I recommended. But it was what was on my class at the time, and I made do with what I had, and it got me my Harrier. I sat back and let my Harrier get my chopper gunner, and the rest is kind of self-explanatory. The chopper gunner is going to get me the nuke because the chopper gunner works very well on wasteland. Alright guys, that is pretty much all I have to say about getting the nuke. I know I never mentioned this in any of my commentaries, but I hope the beginners understand that this is the best way to get the nuke. This isn't a flashy nuke. This isn't a nice montage nuke. This isn't a commentary-worthy nuke. This is just simply how to get a nuke, the most effective way. I've been getting a ton of requests for this, and I want you guys to know that I'll be doing commentaries on my channel, so please subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys later. I hope you enjoyed, and peace out.